107.5 WBLS, your number one source for R&B.
107.5 WBLS Open Line Live. My name is Jameer Pond, and we are yet again in these streets for another week, and we're going to be talking about Donald Trump. So, yes, Mr. Trump is running for president of the United States. Got to roll my eyes on that. And he's also made some controversial statements regarding Muslims in America, entering America. He's trying to ban them from coming in. Now, clearly this violates the First Amendment rights that we all live by here in America. So we're going to be asking people how they feel about Mr. Trump's controversial statements and see if they're valid to them. Then we're going to play a game called Guess Which Celebrity is a Muslim. So we're going to have several celebrities that we're going to be asking if they're Muslim or not. And we're going to ask you to put on your Donald Trump hats or toupees, whatever one you want to do. All right? In no way, shape, or form are we trying to offend. We are just trying to inform that you cannot label just because somebody looks a certain way, them a certain religion. So stay with us. Open Line Live. This is Jameer Pond. Come on, Rasan. We out here in these streets. Open Line Live, WBLS.com. We are in these streets. I ran into a friend of the station. Emma, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I am excellent. We're out here. We're talking about, of course, the controversial statements that Donald Trump has made, banning all Muslims from entering the United States. How do you feel about that?
I think that's probably a bad idea. It's pretty terrible to say out loud ever in life.
So do you think this really hurt his chances of becoming president of the United States?
You
You know, violating the First Amendment rights and all.
I mean, it should. It should violate it. I think the Republicans don't really care what he says right now because he's getting a lot of press for them, though.
So the integrity of the race has been overshadowed by the numbers going up on the television.
For sure. Absolutely. They have to run against Hillary, and, I mean, she's friends with, like, Kanye and Kim Kardashian right now, so it's a tough competition.
This is a big old popularity contest, huh?
Absolutely, Miss America.
The conversation that we've been having is about Donald Trump's controversial statements about him wanting to ban all Muslims for the time being from coming in the country. How do you feel about that?
Well, first thing is, I just don't know how you can really tell who's Muslim and who's not. I personally don't think that you should ban all Muslims because it's not all Muslims that's doing these attacks. And it may not even be Muslim that's doing these attacks. So you can't really just assume that it's Muslims just because of, you know, where they come from or their religion. So I highly disagree with what he said. So,
And especially because we don't focus on the domestic terrorism that's going on in this country. We choose to, like, smooth overlook that.
yeah, we definitely do that. We always push that to the side and, you know, not really focus on that as well too. But hey, I don't know. I don't have any power in that. All I can do is just vote.
That's right.
And that's it.
And if Donald Trump does get elected, just move to Canada. We'll just all move to Canada. It'll be all right.
Definitely. I'll probably move to the British Virgin Islands.
There you go. Hey, we talking about the controversial statements he made regarding Muslims. He wants to ban Muslims due to the recent terrorist attacks that's been going on around the world. He wants to ban Muslims from coming in the country. How you feel about that?
I think he's just doing it for attention because it's what he's saying don't make sense. You know what I'm
Fact.
saying? Because his family were immigrants. You know what I mean? His father was an immigrant who made it here. His father became successful, and that's how he got his success. So I don't know about him saying, can he ban Muslims for real? Can he? Does he have the power?
It goes against the First Amendment rights. I don't see Congress doing it, but he's gathering some steam trying to control this terrorist situation.
Personally, I don't think that could happen. But knowing Donald Trump, he wants attention. He's an attention whore.
Right.
You know what I mean? From I've seen him till now on TV, he's an attention whore.
So he's doing this for attention, basically. He's just doing this to gain
Everybody
views.
listen to me, man. Listen to me.
Listen to Sean.
Listen to me. He's doing it for attention. He knows damn well he can't ban no Arabs. Arabs are only Arabs that's Muslims because you got Christian Arabs too.
Right.
His comment was very divisive, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of it was mostly politically, you know what I mean? Because he can galvanize that particular base, you know, those, you know what I mean, kind of to have people go on the defensive, you know, dealing with, you know, a lot of, it's not so much it's a lot of it is race driven. You know what I mean? Some of it, you know what I'm saying. But a lot of times people they're afraid. You know what I mean? Afraid of what's going on with the terrorist attack and stuff like that. So, you know what I mean? But I feel it was very offensive. You know what I'm saying? Like because America is a melting pot. You have all different race, ethnicity. You know what I'm saying? People from all over the world, and you know what I'm saying? Like, unfortunately, a lot of that it's kind of towards so because a lot of that stuff been going on with the terrorists. A lot of those guys come from a Muslim background. You know what I'm saying? So he know that by saying that, you're gonna rally up the base.
Right. Harry, how you feel, man?
I really don't think that his comments were right because it shows a lot of prejudice, towards other races. This country was built accepting open arms to everybody, to come into this country so they could, better for their families and stuff like that, opportunities, to make money. And I really don't think that comment was called for, me being Latino myself, that the derogatory statement that he said about Mexicans and stuff like that, I really don't think that. I don't really think he's the right person to be in office, first of all, because, all the things, the way he feels and stuff like that, I think it would be very harmful for America to put him in office. Basically, that's what I have to say.
And I always encourage people, like, you talk about the terrorism that goes on in other countries, but what about the domestic terrorism that's going on here? And everybody chooses to sweep that under the rug with things like the Planned Parenthood shooting and Dylan Storm, who ran in South Carolina and shot up the church. We don't focus on domestic terrorism. So I think we need to get that under control, and we can help get everything else in control.
Oh yeah, definitely. We definitely have a lot of issues. You know what I'm saying? But definitely with the domestic terrorism, it's it's real. Back to Trump real quick. He actually echoes. I was listening to an interview yesterday, but what the lady was saying that Donald Trump actually is speaking with exactly what she's thinking and her feelings, in regards to America and the direction that it's going in. So when you have somebody that like Trump, that's kind of very, he's very outspoken, even though his comments was, inflammatory, but at the same time, he kind of speak for the masses and a lot of people how they feel about America and about other races. A lot of it is fear, you know what I'm saying? But it's the reality.
All right, so we have some celebrities here who might and might not be Muslim, but it's your guess to figure out if they are. So you're going to be Donald Trump for today, and you're going to be Donald Trump, and we're going to figure out who is Muslim and who isn't.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. So we have Dr. Oz. What do you think?
I really don't know.
Dr. Oz. It's Dr. Oz.
I mean,
He's on TV.
I guess not.
Is Dr. Oz Muslim or Dr. Oz not Muslim? You're Donald Trump, by the way.
He might be a little bit, but no, he's not Muslim.
He's not Muslim?
I don't think he's a Muslim, man.
You don't think he's a Muslim?
Nah.
Is Dr. Oz Muslim or is Dr. Oz not Muslim?
Not Muslim.
Not Muslim?
Dr. Oz kind of look like from the Saudi Arabia or something like that. I would say Dr. Oz is Muslim.
This gentleman right here from Harold Kumar, Kyle Penn.
Oh my God.
Is he Muslim or not?
I have no idea.
If you were Donald Trump.
If I was Donald Trump, Donald Trump would probably say yes.
He's definitely Muslim.
He's definitely Muslim?
He's Muslim. Yes.
Oh, he's Indian. He's Muslim. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
All right.
If I was Donald Trump and I take one look at him, I'd say, yeah, he looked Muslim.
Nah, man.
All right, so we have M.I.A. Paper planes. She had a swagger like us.
Yes.
Is she Muslim or not?
Well, judging by her features and looking at her features, it looks like she is Muslim.
I believe so. I think she's from the Middle East somewhere or something like that. Yeah, I'll say she's Muslim.
I think she is not.
Yo, and she ate pork too, man. She was eating.
You saw her eat pork?
Yeah, on the Travel Channel.
Okay. Rapper Ghostface Killer from the Wu-Tang Clan. Is rapper Ghostface Muslim or not?
He's Muslim.
He is.
Bobby Jindal, he's the governor of Louisiana. Is he Muslim or not?
Yes.
I don't know. Sure.
He's Muslim. Why?
Because you told me to be Donald Trump.
Oh, okay. So you're basing it off of color, right?
I think he's Hindu, if I'm not mistaken.
Nah, man, nah. Hell
He's not.
no. I take my pants off, run up and down this block in my boxers if he Muslim. For real. I doubt I doubt it, man. He a Christian, man.
Ellen Burstyn, who was in The Exorcist, Muslim or not?
In this picture, I feel like you're trying to you know what? I'm going to say no.
She is not Muslim.
She's like Caucasian, blue eyes, light skin, blonde hair. Yeah, no, she's not Muslim.
Okay, so what did we learn? We learned that America's an amazingly diverse place and that you can't just not let people into our country. Like, people work here, people's livelihood is here. We have to let people in, and we can't outcast people just because of their religious beliefs. Let's focus on the domestic terrorism as well, people, because the outside terrorism, yes, it's heinous, it's crazy, but we have our country, we're not saints, so we have to focus on everything, and we can't just not let people in just because of what they believe. We learned that there's a whole slew of people just because they look a certain way, that their religious beliefs are their religious beliefs. So keep your eyes open and keep your ear to the streets for Open Line Live. I'm Jameer Pond, and we are out. Peace.